What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, hopefully this video we'll be finishing up. We don't have very much stuff to do, just a few little things. Eats up a lot of time though. We'll probably get the carpet back in, get the seat in. We're gonna finish up those gauges in this video, head on down to Chattanooga and get that drive shaft fixed up, or we may do it ourselves. Still not sure yet. What else we got going on? We're not gonna build a cover over the gas tank. So we're not gonna build a cover over this gas tank like we usually do. Chucky's gonna bring in a toolbox. And we're gonna kind of cut it and narrow it down so it's low profile, cut the bottom out and set it over that. And we might hide our compressors and our air tank in there as well. Kind of keep that pretty clean. On the lookout right now, old Michael should be heading here pretty soon with his truck. He's bringing in one of the next projects we're gonna be doing. That's his 01 Grand Marcus right there. And he's coming on in with, I think it's a lunar green Bumpside. And he's bringing that thing in pieces. Y'all saw in the last video, we got most of the interior wrapped up. We just got to do the carpet, the seat, throw in the gauges. We'll have that wrapped. Got her piled on there, huh?
Oh, yeah. Someone sent me a video the other day. He said, man, you're not going to believe the deal I just got. Look at this car that somebody gave. I'm just trying to, that bed's what's going to be fun. We'll have to get those fenders on that.
So maybe swing us around, lean it up against that wall there. And then we'll set it back in the bed once we get the bed, or we can lean it up against the shop, whatever. That grill's in pretty good shape too.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be going to get the right one.
The guy that I sold the frame to has got me a 68 grill, and he told me I could have it for selling that frame. So I might give him that one. I might, if he wants it, because he's got it hanging on his wall, and it looks, I mean, it's got a couple little paint dents, but it looks great.
Upside down and stand her up. Hell yeah.
You can tell which side's side.
Pick her up and scoot her up there a little bit, if we can.
We can. It's just a tip.
Right there, be good. Yep.
Oh, that'll make a man out of you. Right there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it was that heavy.
Yep. Walk it a little at a time. Just sit it flat.
Okay.
You probably got about a foot maybe up there.
Yeah, maybe hold that.
Oh, there she goes. Now mine ain't gonna be the lowest one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
I don't know, it's still lower than that. I kid you not. If it's not, they're even.
Yeah, look.
From over here, this one looks higher.
It does. It looks like it.
Slide her your way there. You can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, she slammed all the way down.
There's an ashtray, a glove box, whatever you want. Yank out of it.
Alrighty, guys, what do we got going on? Oh yeah, we got the interior almost finished up, man. She's looking clean as heck in there. Let me show you. Got the carpet back in, got the seat in. I think Chucky's gonna put that King Ranch seat in there, but I'm just getting this in for now. That way we can drive it around and get around, do what we need to do. We can swap that out later, no problem. Gauges are in, man. Look at that. Looks pretty decent. I don't like where it's kind of cut off the top, but it is what it is, man. That's the only way it'll fit. The Dentsides are a bit taller, so you get more of that gauge in there, and it's good enough. Looks pretty good from up here. Get the light on there so you can see. Fits in pretty good. I didn't want to have to cut that hole any bigger. Let's see. You can see your check engine light and all that stuff. Fits in really good. This right here is just our switch to the compressors. Fuse box and light box down there, but when you're up here, everything's hidden in nice and good. But she's looking good. Got the radio in, the AC controls. Haven't put in the glove box yet. I'm going to wait and do that after we do our AC stuff. And then Half Moon Customs just gave me a cool idea to take these vents out of this dash right here, and then we can put them over the defrost vents right there in the dash. And that'll cover those up. It'll look really good. That was a great idea, man. Thanks for that tip. All right, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? Oh, yeah. As far as the drive shaft, The first time I did this truck, I had the drive shaft all done for this. So those U-joints and everything's all pretty good. I think that carrier bearing might be newish. So you can see these front yokes right here. All right, this is the Crown Vic drive shaft. That's our truck. You can see these yokes are the same length. So I've got AutoZone getting me up a new U-joint that will adapt this to that. And then we're just going to swap that over, and that'll be all we need, man. That'll be perfect. That thing will bolt right in place. Save us a lot of money and a trip down to Chattanooga for the day. That'll get that knocked out. We still got to put in these headlight wires, which is no problem. That won't take long at all. I went ahead and took the grinder and chopped the bottom of that off there on both sides where we were sitting on the wheel. What else we got going on? We need to top up all the fluids and put the Freon in and just make sure the AC is blowing nice and cold. All right, so that's a quick little update for you guys. We really need to get this truck on outside, get it turned around, brought it back in, and then we're going to pull this bed off here also and start knocking out this rear end stuff. I'll try to go in a little bit more detail on how to do this drive shaft too whenever we get ready to install it. I have had a couple of you guys ask me what I'm doing about drive shaft and the two-piece drive shafts. I like using the two-piece because if you use the one-piece, you have to cut your transmission hump and a tunnel and everything and cut the back of your cab out there so that way whenever you bag it, you need a tunnel, you know, like that, but all the way up and into the truck. So with the two-piece, you don't have to do that. The two-piece is going to be, you know, solid from your transmission all the way to your carrier bearing there. So the only part's going to flex is going to be this end right here, the back end. So you don't need a hump or a tunnel for that. So yeah, I'll show you guys a little bit more in detail on how I do that. Also had someone ask me about how I mount this tank to the frame and stuff. So let me show you real quick. This is the straps that held the tank on in the Crown Vic. I just took these off. I saved these. We'll put a little mounting point down here on the bed. Weld something here, or you can flatten it, put a bolt through there, whatever you want to do, and just run this strap up and come up, bend it up, and you can weld this in there and have a bolt down here. However you want to do it. If you want to be really clean with it, a real good thing to do is take you a bolt and maybe weld the head of it right here so that the stud sticks out. That way you can slide this on there, put your nut on there, and then something similar to this end right here. You can weld a nut down here too, put a hole through that, stick it down, put a nut there. But that will be sufficient enough to hold that tank down. It's setting on the frame. I don't know if you can see it right there. She's sitting on the frame, and it's pretty damn solid sitting like that. It's pretty solid. It's not going nowhere. So once you strap this thing down nice and tight right there, should be good. Okay, I reckon while we're waiting on AutoZone to get back with us, let's just go ahead and knock out this headlight wiring. Simple enough. Needs to be done. We'll get that out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and pop off this headlight bezel. Simple enough. Couple little Phillips heads. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. Alrighty, we got that off. All right, we need to get our wiring back through there. All right, we pretty much got all that wiring there. We just had to pull it through and plug it up. Got to put this ground out without dropping it. All right, so AutoZone just called me back with some good news about that U-joint we need for the drive shaft. He can get me one. It'll be here. It'll be here tomorrow morning. I'm not sure what part number he said that was, but we'll get it off the box, and I'll show you guys all that info tomorrow when we get that in. Dang, I just dropped my ground wire in there. Come back. Yeah, I'll give you guys all that info tomorrow. That way you can just swap out the yoke from the front of the Crown Vic drive shaft to the front of the F100 drive shaft. It was like $28, I think. Come on, buddy. All right, got that. All right, we'll get this son of a gun all snugged back in. We'll hop over to the passenger side one, get it knocked out. We'll have this piece done. All right, so we got them headlights back in. Let's test them out and see if they come on. Got the key on, the lights. Yeah, baby, we got a blinker up there. Let's see. Okay, cool, yeah. Let's check the passenger blinker. Right on, man. Heck yeah. What about bright lights? You got bright lights there? Nice, baby. All of our lights are doing good. Heck yeah, we can go ahead and mark that off the list. So we got a little rainy day out there today. What else we got going on? I reckon we could probably put these door jambs back on. See if we can put these back in. All right, I grabbed these little door seals right here. We'll put those back in. Get that jam cleaned up nice. This is our driver's side. All right, we've got some fluids so we can top this thing up, let this baby run for a few minutes and make sure it's not gonna like overheat or leak or anything like that. Sometimes you don't find out you got any leaks until stuff builds up some pressure. Let's see if I can not spill that. Oh, smooth as eggs. Perfect. Didn't spill a drop. I don't have my camera on follow me mode today. I've been messing with it for about 30 minutes. I can't get it to record any audio. I don't know what's up with that thing. So I've just got it on my other camera today. Oh, now we need some water. Let's go get some water. All right, that's a start. We'll go ahead and cap that up. Next up, power steering fluid. We got that old Lucas. All right, Lucas. All right, we got her mostly topped up with fluids. We're going to fire it up, let it run for a minute. All right, I'm not sure how good you can hear me because that engine is loud as heck, man. It's open headers. We don't have no cats or no exhaust on it at all. We're going to try to juice up this AC and see if it'll, that compressor will kick in. Listening for that AC compressor to engage, hopefully. And we'll reach, yeah, there it goes. It just kicked in. Cool. We'll keep on filling it up and then we'll go in there and check and see how cold she is. Then we'll be able to come back tomorrow and check the levels and see if it dipped down any or if it stayed the same. That way we'll know if we've got a leak in the system anywhere. All right, man, we're going to try to get this bed off. I didn't turn it around and lift it with the lift, obviously. I ordered last night. I don't know if you guys have seen where I've been putting 2x4s in there and lifting them up. I went ahead and bought the real deal tool that's made for that yesterday. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like 250 bucks, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's little rails that slide over, and then you can bring in your cherry picker and pick up the whole bed, get it out of the way with that, or use your lift and grab it from the middle and get it up out of the way. This thing's pretty dang light because we've cut most of the floor out of it. See, she's pretty light right there. I feel like if I had one more of me, well, we could probably get it. So Kathy will probably be heading home pretty soon. We'll get her and we'll get Ian. I think between the three of us, we should be able to just get this thing moved out of the way. I'm not going to turn it around and drive it in like I usually do because we've got the tank out and all the bags are deflated and it'd just be a little aggravating. It might be easier just to pick the bed up and move it out of the way. Oh, we're getting close. We got her jiggled a little bit. All right, while we wait on Kathy to get here and help us with that bed, maybe we'll fiddle around with this U-joint. So I'm not sure if this is the right one. We're hoping this is going to be the right one. We're going to go ahead and try it out and see if it fits, and then I'll let you guys know if it does so you can see the part number there. So if it works, then that's the number you want to use right there. If it doesn't, then I'll show you the next one we try. Let's go over here and try to take this thing apart. All right, we're going to try to pop out these little guys so we can get to this front yoke. Oh yeah, that's going to come out pretty easy. Got that first one out, spin it around and knock out this other one. All right, that one's shot out of there. All right, I just got the U-joint out of this. Is the F100 shaft, and that U-joint is not going to work for us, guys. No problem though. We got AutoZone searching, going to come up with another one. So the problem on this one, the Crown Vic yoke right here is 4.5 inches wide, where the F100 is only 3.5 inches wide. So you need it 4.5 inches on that side and 3.5 on this side to go back to the shaft. But this roundness of this cap going to the Crown Vic there, that cap's just too big around. That cap should be the exact same width is this one. We took our caliper gauge there and checked it, and these right here should be the exact same as those. So he's searching for more, and hopefully he'll get us some by in the morning, and we'll be able to slap the drive shaft in. Well, all right, we'll get our little drive shaft mess cleaned up here and wait till we hear back from AutoZone. He's on the search for another U-joint for us. So we'll set that to the side. Alrighty, we got that bed off there. Man, that thing was freaking heavy as heck. I'm pretty pumped up about that little tool coming in that I ordered offline. Help me lift that thing up next time. Normally I use the lift, but man, it was just gonna be easier, I thought, to leave the truck like this because it's already on the lift and we're gonna need to be getting it up and down. So thought we'd pick that thing up and just move it on out of the way. Whew, about broke my back. All right, now that we got that off, we need to remove a bunch of stuff. We're gonna cut off this bracket right here that holds on these 4-link bars. We're gonna get rid of this whole bracket, get rid of those 4-link bars. This notch and that support bar can stay. We need to get rid of this panhard bar bracket, and we're gonna cut this support bar that has the upper bag mounts. We're gonna cut it here, cut it on the other side, get that out, and all that part will be done. We'll roll out this rear end and cut all the brackets off of it for the 4-link. And that's about all we got to do, and we'll be able to start building back our 4-link bars that we're going to put in with square tubing and those heavy duty Heim joint things there from Thor Bros. All right, guys, here's the difference on these. Here's the new ones I use. That's what was on the bars. See just this little piece right here? Let me take that off and show you. All right, look at the difference there, guys. This is the one that was on these little bars, and this is the one I'm going to be putting on the bars that I build. Look how much more heavy duty this is. This whole piece right here is about the size of the threads on that one. See that? So these are way stronger. And I mentioned in one video, I think they were maybe 150 bucks. I don't know if they were on sale or maybe I was just wrong. But when I ordered these, I think they were $100, maybe 105. And I also got these added on, and these might have been 23 for a pair. And this is the other end right here that I weld onto my bars. See the difference in that? All right, we need to get a measurement so that we know where our axle goes back before we start cutting off anything. I'm just going to measure from the end of the frame there and come over to the center of the axle. Oh, dang, it fell off. Looks like 41 1/4 is pretty center right there. Let's go check the other side. Boom, 41 1/4 on that one too. All right, cool. So we'll make sure that we put it back at 41 1/4 when we cut all this off and we start putting on our new bars. We need to know where this rear end goes back. 41 1/4 from there to there, and that's at about ride height on this. All right, we're gonna get these bags out first and get these compressors out of the way. I think this is a 14. All right, yep, that was a 14 millimeter. So we can go ahead and slip these bags on out of the way. All right, these are our front air lines. We'll go ahead and kind of pull these out of the way. We don't need to mess with these at all. We'll need to disconnect the brakes there. All righty, you can see we dang near got that rear end out of there. We've got the compressors and the valves out of the way, got all that wiring unhooked and got it all wrapped around that for now so that it's out of our way. Brakes are disconnected. We're just gonna roll this thing out. Man, this is looking sketchy as heck right now. Look, my lower control, or my lower arm on my lift's not even touching this. She's kind of like a seesaw there. Look at this bumper, boy. She's sitting down low in the front. We can probably roll this rear end out of here now. See if we've got enough room under that tire. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's coming out. All right, we got this rear end out. We're going to leave it, and we'll just let it sit right here. We can probably cut those brackets off right here where it's at. I do need to put something behind the wheel so she don't go rolling out into the parking lot. All right, that should have it pretty good. I'm going to lower this thing back down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, that's good enough for right now. Yeah, we don't got too much to cut off on the frame here. We just got to cut this off, take that whole piece off. And that part, oh yeah, crap. Forgot about that. We got to cut that out too. And boy, that's going to be fun because I welded the heck out of that thing. We better set these compressors and these valves somewhere so I don't trip over them. Well, I guess we'll just get the grinder and get to it. Alrighty, guys, we got that mother stripped down. Look at there, got her all cleaned up. All those brackets, got them cut off there and ground down real smooth. You can see we cut that spot down, ground it down, and the little bucket that was on the side that held that 4-link, all cleaned up. Can't even tell she's there. Look at that, man. She's bare as heck there. Well, all right, it's probably gonna wrap it up for tonight, man. It's late as heck out there. Gotten dark on me. Just kidding, it's only like 2:30 in the afternoon. It's getting dark really early now. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna clean up the shop a little bit, head on out, catch you guys in the morning. Alrighty, so we got that rear end in place. I went ahead and got some measurements to make sure we're the same distance from here to there and from there to there. That'll kind of center us up like we need to be. And then also we were, I think we were what, 41 1/4 to the center of the axle there. So I got that lined up as well. Now we need to get our pinion angle set up because once we get this set in place and start welding on stuff, we don't want it to move. Now I'm not no dang angle expert or nothing, but just a little bit of research. I think you want that thing to be somewhere between 1 and 3 degrees. So I set it at 2. That is right between 1 and 3 degrees. What I do is I'll take me a little level. Not sure if you can see this good, but I'll put just a straight edge or something on it like that. And get your angle finder, put her on there. And then I like to use the jack because you can move it in tiny little increments at a time. Get you set up right at 2 degrees. And then your carrier bearing, you're going to want that lined up between 1 and 3 too. So whenever you get that thing set up, whatever that angle is at, this right here, as long as it's between 1 and 3 and that's between 1 and 3, I think you'll be all right. Okie dokie, for you guys that are new to the channel, we're going to start laying out for these 4-link bars. So on the bottom, we got our tube over here. We'll start with that. This is a 2x2 square tube with 1/4 inch wall right there. And I don't know, man. I don't even remember, but I think I got enough to do this truck and another truck for about $100. All right, we got our Heim joints here from Thor Bros. Now those, you just hammer that into the end there and then weld it in real good. That takes care of that. And then we take these pieces, put it where it's going to end up going, put a little center mark, take your hole saw and cut all the way through there, and then you'll put that on and weld it on. But make sure you leave where you can grease it there to the like the top or something, or at the bottom or out. Don't weld it to the inside there. Yep, just like that. See how that goes? All right, and that's pretty simple, man. That's how you build your bottom bar. It's really simple. Not much harder than that. We're going to get these things welded up. I'm not sure on the length yet. We'll get to that in a minute, but I think usually I use like 28 or 30 inch bars or something like that. All right, I think I make these tubes 28 1/2 total. That's with your Heim joint on there and this piece at the end. So you can make it whatever you want, man. That's just what I've been using. That's what we'll probably go with again. These little skinny bars they send with these kits are, let's see, that's about 23 inches is what they send you on that. And we're going to go with 28 1/2. That gives us 5 extra inches. And everybody knows the ladies love 5 extra inches. All right, now as far as setting your depth on this, you don't want to unscrew it all the way out and only have a few threads holding that thing. And then you don't want to bury it all the way in too, and then you have no room for adjustment. But you also have to keep in mind that this nut right here is only going to screw back so far. And then now you've only got like, what is that, a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 inch of adjustment. So you want to bottom that thing out up this way, and then we're going to twist it out to where we've got maybe at least a full 1/4 inch like that. And you can look in there and see we've got a lot of threads. That thing's coming in there about that far. So we've got plenty in there. And you can adjust it out a little bit more if you want. That's what I'm going to do. And then we'll go ahead, bring that nut all the way back down so that thing's not spinning around on us. And you'll set that about where you're going to weld it into place on there. And we'll come back here and we'll measure on for this at 28.5 from this end of this heim joint to the back end of this thing. All right, close enough. And I'm going to measure from the edge of this to where the middle of this little swoop is for that circle. It looks like 22 5/8. So spin it around, 22 5/8. All right, we're hoping that's about where it's going to land. But really, you just put your little dot right in the center right there. You don't have to be dang exact, man. Just get it pretty close. Put in the center of that, and then that's where you're going to put your hole saw at and cut all the way through there. See how I got that marked right there? It's going to go like that. Put a hole in the center, cut it through. Boom, we'll get it done. Alrighty, guys, boom. They should look just like that when you're done. Got them nice welds there. Got the end pieces on. Turned out all right. See that? All right, so now we're about to hang these things up over here on a little painting rack and hit them with some primer. And then we'll come back tomorrow and hit these things with that cosmic gold. That's gonna look sweet. That's actually kind of a cool color, man. It's kind of like it's like an army green. I like that. You guys are looking for a color that's kind of army green. Go grab yourself some of that self-etching primer. All right, that's looking pretty good. We're gonna let these things sit up here and they can etch themselves all night long. We'll come back in the morning, hit them with that cosmic gold. Man, that's gonna look sweet. Alrighty, so me and AutoZone have been on the hunt looking for that U-joint for the drive shaft. And man, that son of a gun seems to be pretty tough to find. So I actually been emailing Summit over there with their Moog U-joints. And I think they found us one that's gonna fit. I think we got the right measurements that's gonna work. So they're gonna send that over. We should have it tomorrow at lunch. And hopefully that'll work, man. And if it does, I'll show you guys that part number. And that's gonna be awesome. That'll make it easy just to swap over that front yoke there. And man, that'll be pretty simple.
Really?
Where's those cookies? Where's our cookies?
That's how we win car shows. We vote on each other and we walk out with fucking 5 trophies. And all these people with
Yeah. Cinnamon roll.
All right.
That one's monster.
Okay.
A mix of everything.
Look,
I need a screwdriver.
That strawberry shortcake looks fire, dude.
There's caramel chocolate.
You just gotta dig right in with your hands.
That's what we do.
Oh wow, that thing's tall.
Oh, it's thick.
No.
It's all there, too.
Mmm. That's decent. All right. All day long, I've installed 2 lower bars. No bite?
Hey, you gotta cross hands.
They gypped me on the peanut butter one.
You gotta cross hands.
Alrighty, boom. Got those 2 lower bars on there. Got all kinds of people in the shop today. Chucky's here, pretending like he's working on his truck. Corey's here, pretending like he's
dirty. I've been working on the truck.
he's been hanging out inside the fridge. I don't know what the hell he was doing in there. Kathy, Mandy, look at all the trucks in the parking lot today. Alrighty, we got those lower brackets on right there. Got that welded in place. We just got it tacked in case we have to cut that crap off and move it again. She's looking pretty good. All right, so we are going to have to cut this top bar off right here because our upper bars and our mounts are going to go right there. They're going to hit that thing, so we'll probably move that bar to the back side. Chucky got that new tag right there, the lemon drop. I'm not setting all the way on the ground yet, but once we get the bed on, it will be. It looks awesome. Oh, yeah, we got the toolbox here, too. We're going to put that in. Did you see this, Kathy? Did you see the toolbox? Fits perfect in there. Except for Chucky's little cookie up here. This little pink cookie.
Animal.
Set it to the side. We're going to put the gas tank in there. And not sure what we're going to do with the compressors and stuff yet. Maybe right there. Maybe inside. We don't know. What do you think we should do with it, Chucky? Okay, hear you because Tiffany's car is so damn loud.
Put them in the center. That way when you raise the bed and lift it up, you can show it all off.
Oh, yeah. I think that'll look cool too, man. Alrighty. Not sure if y'all can see that, but we'll come over. Let's see. Maybe. Let's make it 7.5. Very good size. It's average. Alrighty, now back to work. We had a good time yesterday. Chucky come on down and Corey and Mandy. We just kind of hung out around the shop and tinkered around a little bit. Good time. It's always cool hanging out with those guys. But now we on back to work, so I'll show you what we got going on. We got the bars mounted up there. We put our little tabs welded those. Those are just tack welded onto that axle for now. And so I built up these little things right here. This is out of the same tube that I used for those bottom bars. 2x2 tube. And I made these little shock tabs. And then what I like to do is, let me set this camera up and I'll show y'all. Alrighty, so if y'all can see that, that'll sit right there on the frame. It'll sit on this flat part right there. And then we'll pull this up and go ahead and get your bolt in there. Okay, now that we got this thing kind of temporarily sitting in place, I've already ground down on the wall right there where we're gonna weld. We just wanna make sure she's good and in there nice and flat, and then weld around everywhere that you can get weld up against this frame in this bracket. And that'll hold for your lower control arm right there. I've done that on many builds. It works excellent. It's very strong. So that'll have that part fully installed. We don't have this on yet. We'll set that in place whenever we get our top mount, wherever we're going to put this for our bag and know where this needs to go exactly. And then we'll grind down a little bit of that paint, weld that back in place, and weld those bars back down. Alrighty, we got those welded in. See right there? We'll let that cool down a little bit. We'll clean up our mess. I'm going to move these bars out of the way, and we're going to hit all that with some black paint. Alrighty, we about got all this mess out of the way. Just want to give a shout out to Chucky, too, yesterday. Brought us a new shop fridge. Man, that thing's awesome. I don't know if y'all seen Corey was in there hanging out. And then also, look at that dolly Chucky left here. All mine now, Chucky. Look. Got a little bit of that etching primer here. Go ahead and hit it with that. Hit it with that. Oh, dang, we got company. Alrighty, guys, so we do got some good news to report on this morning on this drive shaft. We did get this figured out. So it's going to be the Moog U-Joint 275. And that's going to be, like I showed you, it's wider on the Crown Vic and shorter on the F100. And man, that thing fit in there perfect. Look at that. Got all the caps in. She wiggles and jiggles like she's supposed to. So I think that's going to be easy, man. Like I showed you, these are the same length. This one might be just a hair longer, but it's no big deal because we've got all this room here. If we need to shorten that back 1/2 inch, no big deal. So I'm pretty excited about that, man. Excited to try that out. Hopefully that's going to work for us. And hopefully, man, that might help you guys out on your project if you just need to swap out that front yoke. Moog 275. We're going to set that up there. That way we never, ever forget that. Also, I'm not sure if I showed y'all. Got Chucky's little vents in there. I got a bunch of tips from some of you guys. I appreciate it. You can take out your little vents from this dash right here. You know, the stock ones that were in there. Pull those out. Clean all the foam and the glue and stuff off of it. And they fit in. Look nice up there. Can you see? We got to put some screws in them still. But it looks really good. Clean that up, man. Got the gauges in there. Sheesh. She's looking good, baby. Looking good. Almost hopping that son of a gun, take her to town. Well, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Man, I know I told y'all we were probably going to finish it up in this video, but we just have so many little things that we still got to tinker with and get finished up. Plus, I'm trying to trick y'all into watching another video of mine. We've got quite a bit of stuff done in this video. We got these lower arms done. We got these brackets welded in. I went ahead and hit those with some fresh black paint. They are looking smooth as eggs. In the next video, we're going to work on those upper control arms, or these upper, not control arms, our 4-link bars. I had to order some new ones. What I had on the shelf wasn't good enough, so I went ahead and ordered up some new bars. They're not going to be here till I think Thursday. So once they come in, we'll hit them with some of that fresh cosmic gold paint and start making the mounts for those and getting those in place. A few other little things to do and we'll have this baby wrapped up. But man, if you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs up button anyways. Thanks for watching.